Stream. Hello, stream. I'm now live. Yeah, this is set to public. Okay. One sec. There we go. Now, also... Oh, whoops. Don't want that. Yep. I want that. Let me turn myself down. I want that microphone. And I think I've already set that microphone to be used for Discord as well. So there we go. Good on that. Yes. Hello.
Lol. Lamau.
Stupid. Say something again, I guess.
Lol. Lamau.
Mm,
Something again, I guess.
Okay. Turn that down a tiny bit and we're good. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's fine. I want to see... Let's see. The fucking UI. Is there not a way... I mean, there probably is, but I can't figure it out. Okay, whatever. This is fine. This is good. This is great. Alright. I am playing this game once again.
Yo, it's Pokemon Sword 2. According to your title.
Yeah.
It's the second one.
Let's see. Oh, balls. Okay. And I crashed the console. Probably by out of memory error or something. That'll happen occasionally. Because I'm using homebrew, and I'm using homebrew that's extra intrusive to the actual game running by a little bit of like file replacement and like patching of the running binary to get at the frame rate, so I can actually in case I want to, I can view the frame rate of the game just as a metric of performance, other than just regular metrics of performance.
Hey, I've already got your console's private key from the stack trace, so it's all over for you.
Oh my god.
You posted your private key live on stream.
Stupid. Dumb.
Just kidding. Though it does say, even though you're using Atmosphere, which is the custom kernel, to contact Nintendo support.
Yeah.
Which seems a little ironic.
Yeah. Well, if it's an error caused by Nintendo and not caused by the homebrew, or I can talk to Nintendo and ask them to add in support for this. Except that might just get my Switch console banned.
Oh yeah.
So
you send the picture, and they're gonna get your friend code from all that, and they're gonna be like, "Haha, you're gone."
That's funny. Damn it. Too much stupid, I suppose. This is fine.
Oh, you did it again.
I have it on extra low latency, but it's not low enough.
Well,
I'm
I'm a few seconds behind anyway. Because I paused and I can't resynchronize easily after that. I guess I could just hard refresh the page.
I started a poll. Okay. Gosh. Damn, dude. Okay.
I actually haven't even played it yet.
I would seriously not recommend it. Or I would recommend, if nothing else, please buy it physically so you can sell it when you're done.
I'll
And
just sell
not
my
give them
console and account.
any more fucking profits. They don't need that dumb shit. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll look at. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. Now
Yes.
why is that breaking? Let me think. Hmm. Oh, I hope it's not posting. It's probably not posting anything. That's actually that might have had like a console ID of some sort. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. You can impersonate me online and get my console banned or something. Idiot.
I'm kidding. It doesn't really matter what's in this that phrase. There's nothing that you can read from that that's useful. I mean, except for like the state of your CPU registers, but like,
Yo.
what am I gonna do? Recreate the situation you were in?
Yes. I mean, you
That's
are.
what you probably want me to do.
Um. Sure.
Oh, you hard homebrewed this, didn't you?
Um.
Since or I guess soft modded, since it doesn't look like you are relaunching it every time you restart.
Yeah, it's so the soft mod this is all soft modding. I didn't install a mod chip or anything. Um let me
Just talking about like sliding in
set
the
the
paperclip trick.
down click down clock the CPU. Yeah, yeah.
Time to
That
bridge some Joy Cons.
like that except I have a fucking I have a proper jig for it.
Oh, so you are using that method.
Yeah, I'm using the Tegra RCM Smash exploit thingy.
I wasn't sure if I guess have they actually figured that out yet? How to
Hmm.
not have to do that every time when you boot.
Uh, I mean, they have figured out how to from from inside Homebrew, you're able to restart the console and still have the soft modding active and still have control. But uh, if you like hard reset, then you can't. Damn it. Why? Whatever. I'm so tired. Let me let me think. Let me use my fucking brain for a second.
Magnum Thought Cortex.
Magnum Dong.
DK.
Dick Kong. Oh, no, that's wrong. Never mind. My bad.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can reboot and then still have control, but if you hard power off, we do not have access from cold boot without the assistance of like physical stuff like a jig. Which I mean, it's still like fine, you know. It's not really that it's hardly a pain to like carry that around. And sometimes you might just want to be in vanilla firmware, and that's fine too. Alright, now I don't have shit running in the background, which means this should hopefully be quite a bit more stable.
Let's go.
Yo.
Pokemon, let's go.
We both said yo, yo. What are you saying?
Incantations.
Fucking casting a spell to get your code to compile on first try?
What it is.
Oh crap, this is my main save file. Whoops. Didn't mean to be in here. Not that it matters much, but
Heck.
let me think. I was thinking I might, like, I could do a challenge run with something. I mean, I'm already doing like the challenge. There's already a challenge. The challenge is to stick with the game long enough to actually complete the story. To actually sit through this fucking piece of shit, but
It's the November challenge.
That's
and the challenge is
slightly
every month
harsh.
in November.
Yeah, I like how you put playing in parentheses. Like it's a secondary thing.
Well, yeah, what I'm mainly doing is just going to be shitting on the game relentlessly, so you gotta know that out the gate, I'm sorry.
That's a good idea. I think I'm also going to do that if I ever play it.
I would... Yeah, yeah. I would hate to say that the DLC might be, like, a little better, because it could be a little better. I am not personally sure whether or not it's any better. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to try it. No fucking thanks. But
DLC.
Yeah, I've heard it's better. Like slightly better.
yeah, I guess I've generally, I mean, I mean, extrapolated thoughts that I've observed is that it's like pretty much the same game again. I mean, you know, it is what it is. And that's entirely fair, but the base game is really, really not for me. And I really feel utterly disrespected by them having released this, but I have a personal vendetta against this game and nothing else. I have a non-binary Mr. Rhyme. That's a good one. I'm so stupid. I only leveled that up 2 levels, okay.
Oh, Ethan's gonna be so happy about this.
That I'm playing the game again and I haven't decided to turn it off yet.
No, I fixed the weird issue with scrolling and not being able to put text in.
Nice. This game has a decent selection of Pokemon. I will still give it that. You know, apart from the fucking giant, what's the word I'm looking for?
Gigamax.
No. It's like the word for, there's one giant caveat. The one giant caveat to that is that we have fucking Dexit. The fucking bring back national Dex, which, by the way, anyone who says that the people who, like, started that and continued that, like, hashtag are overreacting, those people are pieces of shit and bootlickers and whatever the fuck else. I don't like them, but anyway. Pokemon Company is not immune to criticism, thank you. But
it's a small indie company.
yo, smallest. It's a very small, highest grossing media franchise of all time. Very small. How would you expect them to do the thing? I. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna just go to my other save file then and not bother with anything. Woo. Oh, crap. I'm not looking at chat. Oh, damn. Hayden said IDK lol. What an idiot.
Lamau.
Just kidding.
See
That's
who
a
voted?
valid opinion. What?
Are you able to see who voted what?
I don't think so, but
Oh,
I'm
you
pretty.
just-
I think you're the second one here. I don't. Whatever. I'll keep your anonymity next time.
No, it doesn't matter. I just wasn't sure if you like it said who voted what.
Yeah. Oh yeah, off screen I caught the little small event thingy where it gives you a slowpoke. That's Galarian Slowpoke, and Hayden informed me that I am not allowed to evolve this because I don't have the DLC. So good times.
I mean, it requires held items to evolve it.
Yeah.
They force you to pay to get stuff to
Do I have
evolve
a-
it,
I
which is part of
probably-
the
I don't
base
know.
game.
It's not part of the base game. It was introduced in the. It was introduced when DLC first came out, and you get that little freebie. I'm guessing just sort of as a promotional little advertising tool. Say, hey, if you get the DLC, check out all these new Galarian forms in Pokemon you'll get, even though there's only like one new Galarian form. I don't actually remember how many there are. So, I'm probably wrong. But for the life of me, I can't actually remember what they are. I actually remember the 3 legendary birds. But forget what else.
All of Pokemon, the base game, is just an advertisement to buy the DLC.
I mean, that's any quote-unquote game as a live service. Yeah, you ever heard that term before? I honestly hadn't until like a month or a few months ago. Probably 2-ish months ago. I started going back to watch more recent stuff from YouTuber and journalist Yong Yeah, who talks a lot about video game microtransaction bullshit and greedy companies and
Is it like how the new Animal
Stuff
Crossing
like
game has seasonal features locked behind updates that depend on Nintendo to push them out?
maybe? Honestly, I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't comment on that.
Not really. I would say it's more like Fortnite, where they like continue to push new stuff out.
Oh, yeah, that's what a quote unquote live service is.
Like the Battle Pass or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know what that does. I just
Sort
know
of.
it exists.
Yeah, I think the whole deal behind a quote unquote live service is that like it's like constantly being updated and being given new content, but also with the vast majority of live services, the exceptions being like Splatoon, they're gonna ask you for quite a bit of real world money for like the kind of DLC expansion packs that keep coming out. I kind of got my train of thought is a little off the rails, so I don't know if I said that right.
Well, yeah, sounded about right.
I really wish we could be like it would be such a small change to be able to move the camera anywhere, because in the base like in the game you can only move the camera freely in the wild area.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I forgot about that.
They probably haven't textured the backs of those walls. But
That's
for
very
it,
possible
it's
and
so
actually
incredibly easy to.
somewhat likely. Well, to be fair, I mean, I understand that like 3D modeling in itself and also that combined with like art direction and shit is like reasonably difficult, or at the very least is a reasonable amount of work. But it still would have been nice. So. Gaming.
Hey, wait. I didn't see any ramps there. Is this city handicap accessible?
No.
This is Pokemon.
There's like 2 or 3 elevators, but they're like, I don't know. They're special cases.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Well, no one's handicapped in the Pokemon world. Everyone is great.
Yeah, actually, I don't think there are any.
There aren't as far as
That's probably actually true. Yeah, the Pokemon universe is a utopia where fucking handicapped people and gay people don't exist. Jesus Christ. There's like so few black people in like any Pokemon game. It's kind of fucked up slightly, but
But they have universal healthcare for animals.
they do.
Yeah.
They still have capitalism going on though, but I'm not sure about healthcare for people since no one ever gets injured.
Yeah, there's no doctors anywhere.
This town layout actually sucks so bad. Actually, that's not true. That's kind of unfair, but...
Yo, it's the impractical elevator.
Yeah, the one that's like on a wheel.
Yeah.
You would... Why would... That's so inefficient. Why would they design like that?
Because it looks cool.
Shut up. I don't dislike Stunky. Vulpix is a nice one. I actually used a Rookidee in my first playthrough of this game. Eh.
Is it worth the hype?
Is there any hype?
I don't think so.
So I guess I can't comment on that. Is it worth 0? I mean, maybe? That might be more of an insult than anything else, though. Corviknight's design is okay, for what it's worth. And Rookidee's design is... It is still okay. Honestly, I really don't want to call it great. I don't think it's I certainly don't think it's perfect. It's a little odd. I always thought the red eyes that like go up over the fucking eyelids is a very odd design choice that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Cherubi is hella slow, dude. Damn.
I wonder if it's possible to get games, or not games, Pokemon over level 100 using glitches or just straight up save manipulation. And what that entails.
That's a funny story, and I really won't get into it. In Generation 1, absolutely. In Generation 2, kind of, slightly.
You could go higher and like, accidentally overflow and go back to 0, but...
That, too.
That's once you hit the
Well, yeah.
5. But I'm talking about in the modern games, which obviously use much larger data types than bytes.
Don't know.
Modern games like Visual Studio Code, where you're editing db.json?
Yes, I actively modify your posts to make you look like you're committing treason against the United States.
Well, now we're not turning into spez here.
Can I commit treason?
Yes,
Let's go.
you already have.
Let's go. How? You're dumb.
Well, you're the third person on the site, so like I've just been going sequentially.
Wait, what's happening?
Now. Modifying your thoughts.
Oh,
Post
stupid.
online.
Are there more than 5 users?
Yes. Unfortunately for you, you have another person to follow.
Dang.
Oh, have a bunch of other people actually join the site? That's
No,
interesting.
it's
What?
one more person.
Dumb.
It's Ben3963.
That makes sense. I didn't think to check then.
Do I want a stunky?
There's still only a total of 6 people on the site. And you're going to be happy about this, but I fixed the scrolling thing.
Excellent.
You may now actually post.
Oh, Hayden, do you remember the way to change a Pokemon's nickname in this game? I forget.
Do you have to find someone? Like, go to a name changer?
I don't remember.
I still have not actually written my application using the API yet because I've been spending all my time documenting the API instead.
I can write the documentation for you.
I fucking... Man. I hate that they made Purloin stand up. I can't get over that.
That is very fair.
I fucking like Purloin! Like, it's a good Pokemon, but they fucking made it weird now. It's probably been weird since, like, Gen 6. I guess I'll have to...
Oh, you do.
I guess I'll have to replay Pokemon Black and White sometime soon and use Purloin so I can see Purloin sitting down and not standing up. Where it'll be far less disturbing.
Oh, what's like a
ran my-
Pokemon Center?
Huh.
I ran my script
Oh,
and
maybe
it
soon.
said that Heronjo updated and it said update on 26. Well, that doesn't make sense. I run the script more recently than that, but that's because you deleted your picture of the sweet nectar of the gods.
You also missed out on the rabbit that I posted. I was doing some testing, and then I erased it. And unfortunately for you and your script, I'm the only person so far that can delete and edit posts.
Does the deleted key actually do anything for new posts and I suppose load posts?
As a matter of fact, it does. If it's set, it's not sent. So I guess there's no particular reason for sending the key, but it's just a dump for the database. So the database does include the key.
Cool. Good to know.
So if it's deleted will be set to true. It will not be sent with the API or displayed when you load the page. However, I'm still sending deleted false just because I'm too lazy to remove it.
Yeah, and then I assume the post IDs continue incrementing, including like the deleted posts. I don't know how to word that properly, but
Yes.
they don't restart
They do not restart or get shuffled around when posts are deleted.
because the posts are probably still there in the database, just with the deleted key set to true.
Correct.
Cool.
Chainsword CS, how many balls do you have?
Do you ask?
Just
And the
curious.
answer is like 30.
Yo.
So I could lose 28 of them and still be good. So stupid. You're so stupid. You're leaving. Goodbye. After 9 years in development, it has been worth the wait.
Does JavaScript allow you to put a default before a case?
Repeat that?
Does JavaScript allow you to put a default before a case?
Yeah. Actually, it's something that you would use to do falling through to a case that you want to use, so you don't have to duplicate code. If your default is one of the cases, Like if it just isn't matched, but you want to run a certain case, then you just put your default above the case and don't put any code in it, and no breaks either.
Okay, so but if you have a default with a break, then you could never access the case underneath it.
That's not true. The default only happens when none of the other cases are matched. The
Oh,
case
really?
order only
Okay.
matters when you haven't matched any of them yet, and the default's always a fallback.
Interesting. Defaults can go out of order. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think Java does that. I don't think Java will like that.
Probably not.
Ethan, is now a bad time to tell you that the microphone you're set to use sounds like a cell phone.
No, let me see if I can do something about that.
For some reason, I neglected to tell you all of yesterday.
I'm just training to listen to him.
It's very funny.
Something better?
No.
Try talking again?
I am talking again.
That's better.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
not bad. The noise canceling might be fucking it up a little bit.
Do I have
I don't know.
noise? Do I even have? I do have noise suppression on.
I don't know. I don't know.
Talk. Is this something better?
Hmm? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, and just noise reduction. I don't like that.
What?
No, I don't want to.
Noise cancellation settings. I will test something. Actually, give me a second.
I need to just be following the log so that way I see what you're doing.
Well, you'll see all the times that I did nonsensical API requests.
Wait.
Like setting count to a negative number.
Okay.
Always glad to hear it. I mean, that's actually fine because it will just ignore it. Or it just might not return anything. I don't remember what
Yeah,
its
it
behavior is.
doesn't. It just doesn't return anything. Seems reasonable. I was a little surprised that load posts, if you put a post in the future, it will then still just return the most recent posts. But that also makes a little bit of sense, I suppose.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that?
Load posts, the one that goes backwards from where the post that you give it. If you give it like a post that's way in the future, so I gave it 200, for example, it will still return the most recent posts.
I think that's just how it's written, but I don't think that's bad behavior.
I don't necessarily either. Other than it kind of breaks the rule of the first post to return, or maybe the last, so what order returns them in, is going to be the number you give it -1. But that's probably not a big issue.
Yeah, I see. I actually did explicitly tell it to, if it's greater than the number of posts, to just bring it back to the length of the blog.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So that's intended behavior that I explicitly told it to do.
Does this mic sound any better?
No, actually, you're way quieter.
Well, it might sound better.
I'm gonna boost you to 200. Try it again.
Okay. I also moved the mic a little bit, so maybe this is a little better. It says the green bar is indicating that it's in a perfectly reasonable range, but I don't know.
It sounds good.
200, and you sound reasonable now.
Okay. Everyone else is ultra quiet to Josh.
You bet. Actually, that's true. I keep my speakers really low because I don't want to have echo it,
Feedback.
even though it probably still does.
Just use headphones.
No.
My laptop doesn't have a headphone jack.
No, I have wireless headphones. I don't like wearing them for long periods of time.
My laptop does have a headphone jack.
Yeah, mine does too. So does my computer, but that's probably because it can run Windows XP.
Yeah.
It is old enough.
Gonna say, I think I'm halfway there. I think the Pokemon I've chosen to use on my team are not very strong in the base stats department. So, good times, I guess. Making the game more challenging by not using, I don't know,
Not using good Pokemon.
not using good Pokemon, I guess.
Wait, where's Cats?
I put her back in the PC because I decided I don't like using her, I guess. I don't know. Oh, okay. Nice and simple. Let's go.
If it makes you happy, I'm wearing headphones now.
Let's go.
You're just wearing them. You have them turned off and it's still playing audio through the speakers.
You're just wearing them around your neck, not actually.
No, wearing them over your ears so you have to turn the speakers way higher.
They are noise canceling.
Did that girl just say my Pokemon isn't savvy enough? Damn.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Better at burn, you know. I immediately need to go back to the Pokemon Center again. Let's
I
go.
wonder what that secret back there was.
Probably a Pokeball.
Not sure what you're talking about. You might be
It was,
referring to the
there's a-
TM that was up on the ledge.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. The golden Pokeball.
Yeah.
I know I saw a couple of them in the previous stream. I thought they were TMs, but I wasn't certain if that was a consistent thing.
This is the I'm bad at this game challenge. Because I'm bad at this game, I guess. Somehow. I didn't know it was possible to be bad at this game.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you lost the hop yesterday.
I was about to black out against a fucking Zigzagoon.
I also like how the submission bar is on each page, just display none.
Oh, what's that? Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
the bar at the bottom where you
Yeah.
can type stuff in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of the behavior of single-page apps. Since I'm not sending the cookie, this is no cookie actually, it's all local storage. The server has no clue who you are, or
Yep.
whether or not it should be sending the page with the bar, so it's just all there.
I actually didn't know that you had any local storage here, but I do see session key. Yeah, that makes sense. And username.
I still refuse to use cookies, just because I feel like it negates any issues where, like, Chorus has to exist.
Morris?
Chorus, like cross-origin requests, something.
Oh, yes.
Because all it does, I mean, if you could do one of the weird, I forget what it's called, honestly. There's some exploit involving cookies where you can extract the cookies and then it becomes necessary to, like, use CSRF tokens and all that. But if I don't use cookies, I don't have to use CSRF for anything. Because the only way to possibly extract the session key is to get cross-site scripting on the site where the local storage is.
Yep. That makes sense.
And if you can do cross-site scripting, then you can steal cookies anyway, and CSRF tokens, so what does it matter if I put it in local storage then?
What's there's not like an opposite to electric type in Pokemon, is there?
Water, maybe?
You could say
Ground.
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 Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Sad game. This
What?
one.
Couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said, damn, Ethan said game bad. He's ruthless.
I'm glad that you archived the logged out homepage of Inkblog in the chat.
Oops.
Wait, where was that?
When you said sus and then the flushed face.
Oh, that. Ethan, what's your IP address? I have 2 candidates for it, and I'm not sure which one it is.
Quick, say it out loud, live on stream.
No, I can tell you mine. It's 74.140.55.163. But my IP address, or IPv6 address, is a lot harder to read off.
What's happening? Never mind.
Here it's 2603
Shut up.
6011 B500 72A6 F0E6 B5F 7FA4 C682.
Dumb.
There you go. See you in an hour when that address refreshes and becomes something else.
Nice. Hmm.
I'm not sure how you would have 2 candidate IP addresses for me. I don't think
I've got 2. I have 2 of them that start with 24 or 2000, or I guess 2400 CB00, but
Oh, I have no idea what my IPv6 is.
there are 2 numbers afterwards, or it's 415 or 397, and they all end with the same next section of 1024 AC46, and then the last 2 bits are different. But I know that the first 4 sections should be the same for your house, because that's your block allocated to you by your ISP. I just don't know which one it is.
Oh, okay. So, well, no, maybe because you're detecting my phone and my computer separately.
If you're on T-Mobile.
That is true. Yes. Although I
hold on.
used data recently.
I know what's different. These are Cloudflare IPs. The logs show the Cloudflare IPs, but the ThinkBlog stores your real IP acquired from the header.
Tricky.
So truly, there is no way for me to associate your stored IP with the log IP, but I think I got you, because these are the 2 that have recently requested the EAM page, and I'm not. So it's probably you.
It must be Ben. It's the only option. I was gonna say Pranav, but I couldn't come up with his name quick enough.
I hate him.
Hello.
Are you having fun gaming?
Oh yeah.
Well, you
Watch
there's probably
Squat.
only one IP that has requested the
Live.
post page recently, and that would have been mine.
Did somebody use growl on me, dude? Is my attack stat just this low? This is
He killed
really
it.
painful.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Ladies and
Locked and
gentlemen,
loaded. Exactly. Now I can stalk your every move. To a degree.
my every move that is on your website.
Oh no.
Well, also the log doesn't store any parameters that you send in the body, so I have no idea what you're doing. Like new
Nice.
posts doesn't actually tell me who you're requesting it for. It just tells me that you have requested posts.
Okay. I really feel like it would, but I guess yeah, if
Well-
you don't have that log, then
I don't have that login because I'm reading this first logs, which is never set up to store in the body. That would just be too much data.
but the URLs, yeah, that I'm requesting, sure we would store the actual URLs, right, and not just the
Yeah.
internal endpoint.
I see that you're posting to API new posts,
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm with you now.
but but you're not throwing in. It's not putting the ID and such into the parameter.
Yep.
Why'd you stop shaking the tree?
No reason? I don't know. Don't feel like dealing with a wild Pokemon from it.
But there's so
You know,
many more
the
berries,
namesake of the
probably.
game. The namesake of the game not worth dealing with.
I am assuming that both register and login would give session tokens.
They do.
Always got the right. Also, sorry if I have bad keyboard noise. I'm not sure. My mic is currently positioned right above my keyboard, so it might not be good.
It's probably
I actually can
fine.
hear
I don't remember.
any of your keyboard.
It's probably fine.
Okay. That might be Discord noise suppression then.
I'd like to know what stops me in Pokemon from just climbing over the rocks next to someone and skipping them.
You're scared of heights.
Your legs are broken. I don't know.
Well then, I guess you can't jump. You know, like, why can't I jump? There's ledges I can obviously climb over. You know, just like jump and pull myself up.
Oh my god, you're not strong enough.
That's because Professor Oak will tell you not to.
This is probably because of the lackluster lack of healthcare that we see in Pokemon. Only the Pokemon actually get it. The humans are left behind.
Game
Alternatively,
and
why can't you just squeeze behind the kid? Slide
The-
behind.
because then I'll say excuse me and I'll look behind him and look at me, and then I'm trapped.
Why even Pokemon battle him? You can obviously punt him. Like, there's no way you couldn't beat up this kid and just carry on.
Because you're a nice person.
Oh.
Yeah, unlike the person asking me questions right now. I hate him.
Oh yeah, Ethan, you'll have to take a look at Camden's character when he's done with the battle. You see the plaid.
We'll be sure to. What is that?
It's
It's like a.
It's a bug thing.
Sure. Why is it that confusion doesn't cause confusion, but confuse ray does?
Well, confusion has a chance of causing confusion.
Yeah, but like confusion and confuse ray should just be switched.
Right?
Eh.
I think it's working right now. You're confused.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Is that a butt on the back of it?
I'm gonna say no.
Yes.
God. Stupid.
That cherry be thick.
Man, what the fuck?
I'm kidding.
Man, I don't need any more things to suffer through when I'm already playing this game of all games.
And I'm gonna think about that every time you use Cherubi.
Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna black out. I don't actually care that much.
It might be smart to have the no content in post error be thrown when you have no content value, like when the content value is missing as well as when it's empty. But
Wait, what's it missing?
right now, if the content value isn't there, it throws a type error and sends the stack trace back up.
Oh, Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, plaid.
Yo.
I am indeed plaid.
Yo.
You're just like, what's her name from Gravity Falls?
What,
Oh,
Mabel?
Wendy.
Wendy, that's it.
Okay.
No, the one whose family all wore plaid. Who do you think I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I don't fucking know. I don't even think that's Wendy.
It is.
Yeah,
Is it? Okay, whatever. I'm like Mitchell. Oh, oops. It's fine.
Honestly, Ethan, I don't even know why I return errors. I should just always throw stack traces.
Yes, this is the way.
Yeah.
Leave it up to you to determine what went wrong.
Imagine rest. Make sure that all of the errors are like weirdly 100s as well, or something strange like that that doesn't make any sense.
No, I think I'll just always return 200 for everything.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know, if I did actually go the restful route, I'm still going to return 200, but then have status error.
Ah, yes, exactly.
Unlike what I currently do.
Have you heard the rest song?
No.
It's by David.
Man, I lost to a random kid. I can't believe
You
this.
give rest a bad name. That's it. And there's one of the lines in it is you say it works in a restful way, but your errors come back as 200 OKs. Well, I should use I'm gonna use Paint for some. Actually, no, I'm gonna use Paint.net because I use transparency. Dang it.
But I'm gonna use the worst paint program I can think of. Microsoft Paint.
I was about to use actual Microsoft Paint for a second just for the joke, but then I realized that it
Doesn't even support the feature that you're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me spin up my Macintosh real quick and get on KidPix.
I have two like KidPix game CDs on my fucking shelf.
Just kidding. I don't need to spend.
Yeah.
enough
Anyone
KidPix for the
wanna
web.
pirate KidPix off me? I have KidPix 1 and KidPix 3. It's
Where'd
very
you go?
funny. I don't have it. That's
Man.
the luck of the draw, baby.
Yes, please show me all 312 nodes. Thank you.
Ethan really thought he could try to load files from the CDN, which is not a CDN because it's only one computer.
Huh?
It's a network of computers.
I'm just monitoring your stuff.
It's a network because
Oh.
there are other computers on the same network.
I actually scrolled upwards. I didn't refresh.
It probably. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see. Load posts. You did load old things.
Yep.
But still, yeah, the directory is called CDN, but it's all hosted on one server. It's not even a network.
Excellent. I did think that it was unlikely you had an actual CDN.
It's really just lost all meaning. It's now just, this is where content is stored
Yeah.
for most sites.
Okay, that didn't work. You love to see it.
If I wanted to be cringe, I would probably just use S3 buckets or something.
Yeah, that is pretty cringe.
For real.
I know, right?
Oh, shizzle. Wow, it's like one of the only good-looking areas in this game. Except this gimmick was already done in XLI. And also was less linear there. But who's keeping track except for me? I'm very much keeping track of how much I hate this game.
Try to
You
make
do
note of every awful detail.
assign a number of like a numerical value to describe how much I hate this game. I'll think about that.
Are we trying to quantify unquantifiable data here?
Yeah, baby. I love quantifying unquantifiable data.
Love it when I forget to save my image with transparency. Even though that
You
was the
did
whole
want the
point
white
of me
backup, right?
switching to paint.net. Alright, well that didn't work quite as well as I'd hoped, but it kind of worked.
What are you trying to do?
And I was trying to submit an image post that would look like a text post. And it kind of does. It probably depends a lot on the resolution of the monitor as well.
Can you make it like old Tumblr and a lot of old forums where you can just fucking type in like HTML syntax?
I thought about it, but I'd have to really restrict what you can do. Because if I let you put
Yeah.
in like scripts, because it's server-side rendered, you could totally just be like, here, send everyone's session keys to like this web address. I
Yeah,
guess it could
More,
understood
more
it, but it would be
realistically,
funny though.
Markdown would be neat.
Markdown is definitely the way to go. The problem is I haven't yet figured out how to do Markdown syntax parsing.
Just use a library, right? Oh wait, you're the one who made his own HTTP server.
Yeah. Well, I could totally load a library and use it inside of SJS, but that's like totally against all principles that I ever do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
using
pretty
libraries, imagine.
And then I actually just found the other day a website that allows you to compare different Markdown parsers. And so when you make your own Markdown parser, you should then submit it to that website somehow. I'm not sure how you would, but get them to put it on their page.
I'm working on it for the wiki software that I'm also working on.
Interesting. I didn't know you were working on such.
What? I thought you visited this site before, the Spruce Wiki. I'm
Potential
working on-
security issue. Let's go. Expired certificates.
You're welcome. I'm never up to date on doing that.
Oh, Firefox will literally not let me connect because it was HSTS.
That's true. I can't turn that off. Right. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Let's see.
Alright.
Will Internet Explorer connect? No. I was half expecting Internet Explorer to not even care about HSTS.
I think it unfortunately does.
It does. It looks like it. It said this has HSTS.
As you can imagine, certbot for Let's Encrypt does not have a plugin that exists for my web server. So I have to get.
You gotta make one.
I have to either make one, and I really don't want to, or I have to do DNS challenge every time because I often use wildcard certificates because of the sheer number of domains I have and subdomains.
You do have a whole lot of names.
So like the subdomains, I have to use wildcards because I don't want to keep requesting ones for each one and managing each certificate. So the only option is DNS, and since I also usually self-host my DNS, there's no plugin for that either. Though I do use Cloudflare for some things like
I didn't know you self-hosted your own DNS.
Yes, I do. Why wouldn't I?
That's great.
It's actually entirely because Cloudflare had been unreliable for a little while when it comes to DNS.
Interesting. And your service is much more reliable than Cloudflare?
Yes. No. but it had been going down too often for my taste. So I was like, you know what? At
There
least
was
I'll have
definitely a
control.
period in there. Yeah.
Depending on how you really slice the data up and like what period of time you're looking at, I do have better uptime than Cloudflare does.
Depending on how you cherry pick the data.
It's really what it is. You've got to cherry pick.
Oh my god, don't load. Imagine.
Lol, Lamau.
Oh, okay. So in post file, you use an accession key because the body is dedicated to the actual image.
Right, because I don't want to have to do any tricks to get to work, and I also didn't want to include the session key in the query string.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's the only time it's ever set in a header, and that's also set by JavaScript, so it's still not accessible to outside websites through any site of attack.
Frankly, it might make more sense to set it in the header always, but
That would involve using a cookie.
not necessarily.
Well, it doesn't make sense because I post everything else as the body for APIs.
Sure, yeah.
So it makes more sense to put it in the session or in the body to be consistent.
To be consistent, except for the one time that it's not.
Well, yeah, I mean, also I don't send in JSON that one time. It's just the body is the file, so there is that.
Why did I copy my session cookie or my session key instead of what I was actually trying to copy?
Which is
the string X session key.
I had the option between X session token and X session key, and I mean I could use anything really, but X session token is used like by people, and so is key. But at least according to what I was looking at, X session token or key was like the least used version, so I did that one for fun.
Okay, I guess I'm not sure which one would be less used. For some reason, I felt like key was more common, but I also have not done any research into this.
Oh wait, here it is. At least from the webtechsurvey.com site, Xsession ID, not token, sorry, had been used 2.4 thousand times, and Xsession key in their recordings have been used 2 times. So I went with the two version instead of the 2,400 kind, which apparently Canvas by Instructure uses Xsession ID.
I believe that.
Yeah, it does. That's cool. Didn't know that.
Okay.
You know, Ethan, why didn't you just do an SVG with text in it instead of an image?
I was also considering that, but I was not certain how the scaling was going to work with SVGs.
That's true, but you can always look at the CSS and know. As for scaling, I have no idea. I mean,
And I also didn't want to put that much effort into that for literally what was just a test post to figure out how post file work in more detail.
I see.
But yeah, SVG definitely would be the way to go for making that more seamless. So, since there's no type on the post file response, it must just remember that from the type that it sent over.
What?
Because you send the post file, and then you get your response back, and you use the URL that's there to render it locally.
Yeah.
And so it must just remembered what it uploaded, what the MIME type of that was, to know it to render it as an image, video, or audio.
As a matter of fact, no. So every time you post something, it actually calls load or new posts. It's not done locally at all, which is why there's a delay to it.
That's why there's so many extra. That's why there's an extra new post that comes out every time you post something. I had noticed that. Okay, that makes sense.
The only reason for that is it would be, of course, the better idea to do it all locally. However, in the weird edge case that you're posting from another device at the same time, the order would be messed up depending on how you load it. That's like a super edge case that I probably shouldn't even bother supporting, but like, if you reload the page,
it's nice that it's supported.
I think having a minimal latency between hitting enter and having your post appear is probably more important.
Fair enough. Anyways, I'm going to negate hours of your work by posting official documentation in this channel and posting it nowhere else.
Nice. And by this channel, you mean the YouTube chat, right?
Yes, so it's deleted by the time the stream ends. But that's not true, but like, it's really inaccessible.
Alright, well that's probably good because I honestly didn't want to try and document the registration flow. Because that would require making a new account just for that.
Are you saying you didn't record this information when you made yours?
I did not. Didn't have enough foresight. I should have made sure that foresight was one of my 4 move slots. Very unfortunate. Tying it all back to Pokemon, baby.
Now this conversation is relevant to the live stream. And not just the two of us hijacking this voice chat on live stream.
I hadn't noticed until just now that your playing and is in parentheses this time, indicating that complaining is the primary topic of the live
Yes.
stream. That's an excellent detail.
Yes. Josh commented about that as well.
Which one?
You? I don't... Whatever.
What?
I'm kidding. I know it was me.
Stupid.
Yeah, that one's
The
not
one
here.
that's in the column.
The other one's not with us anymore.
No.
Don't
Aw,
take
YouTube
that.
Comments doesn't have multi-line support.
Stupid. You don't need to pollute the chat with that. Dumb.
Oh, I can actually remove it. I didn't realize I can actually delete my own comments.
Neat.
Oh, I can report you.
Message retracted.
I can even block you if I wanted.
Yo.
That would be really rude.
I mean, if you're just gonna retract your messages,
It would be really rude to post 12 pages of documentation in the YouTube comments section. Under one comment. Just one really long comment. With no new lines.
No line breaks. I guess this means I should actually work on my my application then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which will probably be about 5 lines of code now.
What, because you don't have to parse XML or HTML?
Yeah, and I can parse JSON in JavaScript, which is much easier.
Wait, you could do that?
Who knew that JavaScript object or notation was compatible with JavaScript?
I thought you had to include a library for that. I'll tell you something really archaic. Prior to the existence of the Java or JSON object in like the capital JSON, you used to just eval a string to get your JavaScript object in. So you would send back JSON because the notation existed, which, you know, the notation is one-to-one with what you would type into a JavaScript REPL, and you would just eval the string.
There's just no, JSON object. Like, literally, not JSON objects existed, but JSON the objects did not exist. I'm with you.
Yep. And the only reason they made JSON.parse is because they wanted to stop you from evaling like that.
Evaling everything? That's probably a good idea, yes.
Believe it or not, you can do bad things with eval.
No.
You can still very much eval in JavaScript,
but you're hopefully not including it anywhere when you're trying to parse objects.
Yes, hopefully now it's just arcane knowledge that you never actually need to use.
I'm gonna forgo the usage of JSON parse from now on and only use the eval method.
I think that's a good idea.
I actually did that. with the knowledge that the JSON object existed because I had an actually good reason to do it. And I'm going to share that as soon as I remember what it's called.
As soon as I remember what my reason was.
No, I mean, I know the reason. I don't remember the name of the project. Is what it is.
I get.
Like, you're almost at the first gym, Cameron.
This game is so cool.
Honestly, surprised you're not the first gym already. This is such a slow game.
They were, what, like 3 hours in? 4 hours in?
My gameplay time was 4 hours, but in live stream time, we're only about, I'd say, between 3 hours and like 3:40. Actually, it would be between like 3 hours 20 minutes and 3 hours 40 minutes, give or take.
So about 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
On average.
Roughly.
Yeah.
It's a rough approximation, yeah.
Yeah, and
I almost
also
forgot
there's
the
other time you
.sps.
spent with closed.
What was that, Hayden?
A lot of his playtime was spent buying clothes, looking at the trainer kids.
So the name is Moddy Thingy, Ethan. It was a game engine that I was working on, a web game engine, and it's not finished, but it loads in components of the game, especially user-created mods, by evaling a JavaScript object, which has functions in it. And I have to eval it because you can't JSON parse with a function.
Okay. Yup. That makes sense.
I didn't.
That's not. I don't like it, but
One entire purpose of the game is arbitrary code execution, so like, it's not really that
okay.
not that bad.
Well then, that's kind of neat then.
Like, arbitrary code execution is how the mods work in the first place. Like, I mean, if I allow you to run JavaScript in the context of the game engine, you could still do whatever you wanted anyway if I wasn't evaling.
It's a feature.
Yeah.
It's a security feature, not a vulnerability.
Fortunately, there's like nothing to steal or do. The most you could do is annoy someone by like while loop alert or whatever.
It's not a vulnerability, it's a security Easter egg.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
I was thinking that this is gonna be a really easy thing to do here, and then I found out that this library only supports GET requests and not posts.
Do you not have access to like fetch or XML HTTP request?
Fetch, no, not in Google Apps Script. It's too old. XML HTTP request, maybe.
Because if you do it, you can still get it. I mean, it's just not XML, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Nope, no XML HTTP request.
Disappointing.
So now I have to. There's got to be some way to post with URL fetch out. True. Oh, you just need to use method post. I don't see. Oh, there it is. I am dumb, Wall.
Correct.
I looked over the parameters. I was like, there's no post. I don't see where the method is specified, and there's a method right there.
I think I might stop playing Pokemon Sword for now. I think I'll
Switch
transition
to Shield
into,
instead.
yeah, I'll switch to Shield. I'll
Oh, wait,
switch,
you're actually gonna do
Better
that?
game.
no, stop, shut up. I hate all of you, but mostly Josh, for even suggesting such a thing. You are not allowed access to my eShop account, and you are not allowed to buy Pokemon Shield.
I actually have a copy already.
That
You
makes
know what?
me really
do have it.
disappointed.
You know what? I just realized.
Yeah, it makes
probably
me
do have
that
Sword
makes
and
me
Shield.
sad for you.
I have both Pokemon Sword and Shield,
Let's go.
I know it.
Man, why?
both in physical copies.
You should definitely sell one of them. Well, actually, I don't know.
It might be better not to put someone else through this game.
Well, no, I know that I was thinking, I know the resale value probably isn't going up very much, but we're like sort of entering a global economic recession a little bit, so I don't know if holding on to that as a fucking asset would be more useful than cashing out right now. I don't remember enough about how economics work to judge. I'll be 1 second. I'll be 2 seconds. Alright, I'll be 2 seconds. I'll stop the live stream first. Goodbye stream.